All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and today we're going to talk about blocking. We're going to talk about how we can block one of the more popular blitzes year in and year out here in Madden, and that's going to be the DB Fire 2 blitz out of the dollar or the dime 3-2 formation. Now, today we're going to talk about blocking this blitz with just our 5 offensive linemen. We're going to talk about blocking it with our running back involved in the blocking scheme, and we're going to talk about blocking it whether that user is mugging or not. So that being said, let's dive right into it. And again, the play they're going to be using is going to be DB Fire 2, and they're just going to base align and press this defense, get those 2 slot corners with the nice edge heat off of each side. Now, first, we're going to talk about when they don't mug the gap. Okay, so again, mug the gap means they're going to bring the user down here and stand next to the line. We're going to first talk about when they're not doing that. Okay, when they're not doing that and we're just blocking our 5 offensive linemen, this is actually a fairly easy block or blitz to pick up. What we want to do is we want to half slide our line left or right. It doesn't really matter. What you're going to see is when we half slide our line to the left, the right side of our offensive line is going to kick out and get the defensive end and get that slot corner, the 2 guys we're worried about to the right side of the screen. And even though it looks like the left of screen slot cornerback is going to be coming free with that flame icon above his head, the green blocking assignments on our linemen there show that they're in a zone blocking scheme. So they're actually going to be able to kick out there and get that block on the slot corner. So what it's going to look like here, we're going to say hike. You're going to see they're able to get those blocks, and that's going to give us the time that we need to throw that ball down the field and be comfortable in the pocket, right? Being a good passer is all about being comfortable in the pocket. And what you're going to see here is we're able to get a hat on a hat and block everybody they're blitzing. Now, you're going to hear me say that a couple of times throughout this video is getting a hat on a hat. What I mean by that is getting a blocker for everybody that they have blitzing. What we can't control are sheds, right? There may be a couple reps here throughout this video where a defensive lineman gets a shed and we don't have as much time as another rep. That's something that's out of our control as an offensive player. The one thing that we can control when trying to pick up blitzes is, again, having a player there for everybody that they're sending. You can see here, all 5 blitzers have somebody there assigned to them, targeting them and blocking them, which gives us that time to throw the ball down the field. Now we're not gonna set up any specific route combination on the back end today. So again, we're just gonna be throwing a similar throw over and over. Again, we're really focusing on the blocking here in this video. Now, one more time, when they're just baseline press, we're just gonna simply half slide our line to the left or half slide the line to the right. Here, we'll do it to the right just to show you that you can do it this way as well. But again, when we do it to the right, the left side there, the left tackle and the left guard kick out. That gets us exactly what we want. But this is going to, again, give us the time that we need to make those throws down the field, and we're getting a hat on a hat. Now, the next one we want to talk about is when they are baseline pressing and they're going to mug the gap. Okay, so this is going to change things a little bit for us when we're only blocking our 5. All right, so when we're only blocking our 5 and they are mugging the gap, what we can't do and what we don't want to do is half slide either way any longer. Okay, if we half slide to the left here, you're going to see that the right side of our line does not kick out like they're supposed to. And now both slot cornerbacks have the flame icons above their head. That is not what we want. So when they are mugging the gap, what you want to do when you're only blocking the 5 is you want to half slide towards the mug. Okay, so if they're mugging the right side of the screen, we're going to half slide to the right. You can see here, the left side of our line is still going to kick out and get those guys. And the right side of our line is still going to be in that zone blocking assignment. So the second that they see that user bail back, because that user's not blitzing, he's just trying to stand close to the line to really affect the linemen and make them get a little bit confused. But if they blitz that guy, just throw it to the right quickly, because the slot corner and him are going to be blitzing. There's going to be nobody to cover over there. But again, most time they're going to bail back with that guy. But what you're going to see is our line's going to be able to adjust to that, and that's going to be really, really beneficial for us. What you're going to see here is we're going to say hike. You're going to see our line is going to adjust, and that's going to give us the time that we need to throw that ball down the field. So if we go to the replay here real quick, you can see that when they are mugging the gap and we're just using our 5, we're going to half slide the line towards the mug. Now, a lot of times you are going to see your guard actually as the person who picks up the slot corner. That's perfectly fine, right? That's not a problem as long as he's making that block. You can see the left side of our line is blocking perfectly, right side of our line getting that hat on a hat, and we're able to pick this up time and time again. Now, the same thing's going to happen if they would user the left side, right? You're going to half slide towards the mug. So if they're usering and mugging the left side, we're going to half slide to the left. Now you can see here, we get the assignments looking like what we want them to look like. We're going to say hike, and you're going to see how we're able to still pick this up and make those reads that we want down the field. Now, that's what we want to do when they are sending DB Fire 2 and we're not blocking the running back. So what's going to happen when we block the running back? So let's talk about that here. So first, we're going to talk about when we're blocking the running back and they're not mugging. Okay, so here, we're going to run the same play. We're just going to block the running back. Now, what we want to do for this setup is we're going to half slide away from the running back and then double team the defensive tackle. Now, what you're going to see here is it's actually going to show perfectly, right? This is exactly what we're looking for. Let me get this back here real quick. This is exactly what we're looking for, right? We're going to get the left side taking the slot corner, and then the running back is going to be taking the right of screen slot corner. So you're going to see that even on the first couple reps we talked about where one of them looked like they were coming free, but because of the zone blocking, they took care of it. Here, it's going to show exactly what we want it to show. We're actually going to be able to generate that double team up the middle as well. So when we say hike, you're going to see that we're able to pick this blitz up. That running back's able to step in there and get that slot corner off the right. A lot of times you will see him cut that guy like he did there. So if we look at the replay here real quick, a lot of times what you'll see when your running back's blocking these edge rushers, slot corners, linebackers, whatever it may be, he's going to get this cut block. And that actually helps us because if we wanted to, we could then roll out here to the right side. Again, I don't typically roll out if I don't need to, but if you do need to, that cut block is really going to help us out getting to the right side of the screen. But you can see how perfectly this is going to block here when we have that running back here in the protection. And obviously, this is going to be a little bit safer because now we're able to generate the double team up the middle, and we could step up into the pocket a little bit safer than when we're only blocking one-on-one with everybody across the board. Now, this works if the running back is to the left as well. So if the running back is over here to the left, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to block the running back, half slide away from him, and double team that D tackle. And this is what our blocking play art should look like. Now, from here, we're going to say hike, and you're going to see how he's going to be able to step up there, make that block, and that's going to give us the time that we need to throw the ball down the field. Now, the last one that we're going to talk about here is going to be when the running back is blocking and they're mugging, okay? So when the running back is blocking and they're mugging, we're going to talk about how we're going to block that. Now, before we dive into that, if you guys like what you've seen in today's video, make sure you head over to HuddleGG today. We just dropped our blocking guide for Madden 25, which has an hour and 30 minutes of video, over 40 videos in it right now, where we talk about what all of these blocking assignments mean, and most importantly, how we can block all the metas with the loop blitzes, double mug, DB fires we're showing you here today, 4-3 even 6-1, all the things you're going to face when you're playing Madden online. We show you how to block that, so make sure you head over and check that out today after this video. Now, back to this, what we're going to do when they are mugging and we're blocking the running back. So again, with the mug, they're going to press, they're going to bring one of these users down, right? So what we want to do is we want to block the running back here, and now what we're doing is we are going to half slide away from the mug. Okay, so it's a little bit different when we were blocking our 5 offensive linemen versus when we have the running back here now. So what we want to do is we want to half slide away from the mug. So if they're mugging the right, we're going to half slide to the left. And you can see here how the left side, we're going to generate that zone blocking scheme again, where they're going to be able to get out and get that slot corner. And our running back is going to be able to target the slot corner to the right side of the screen. So again, when they're mugging, we are going to half slide away from the mug. What you're going to see here is we're going to say hike. They're going to be able to pick this up, and that's going to give us the time that we need to throw the ball. Okay. Now, I do like it most here when they are mugging the same side as the running back. What you'll see here is if they are mugging the opposite side of the running back, if we do the same thing, we're going to get the ability, again, we're going to half slide away from the mug. So even if the mug is opposite of the running back side, we still want to use that same rule we talked about, where we're going to half side away from the mug. Now you're going to see here, the running back is going to cross your quarterback face, and he's going to get the slot corner to the left. But now we're able to create that zone blocking scheme to the right side, so they're able to pick up that right of screen slot corner. So again, half slide away from the mug when we are blocking the running back. We're going to be able to step up in the pocket and throw that ball, because we're going to have all day, because we understand what's happening with this blitz, and we understand how we're going to be able to pick this up, whether we're using the running back, whether we're just blocking with 5, and whether they're mugging or not. It's not going to matter. We're going to have that confidence in the pocket to make our reads down the field.